Greetings, peace. What's going on, sentient beings? It's Prosperity Priestess video. It is Saturday, February 8th. So it was the Jade Emperor's birthday yesterday on the 7th. I learned, I just communicate to y'all about what I'm learning on my journey and things that are helping me. So I posted 3 videos in the community section. It's so ironic. Now that Pluto's in Aqua, they could take out the word community. They trying to block this energy. Can't stop our destiny. Sitting in front of offering, I presented to the Jade Emperor. I spent my day going and gathering the items that I needed, and Friday on the Jade Emperor's birthday, and I was seeing the energy all around me, and it felt amazing. And and then when my daughter was here, she's still here now, of course, she's with me every weekend. And I got it now. My parents would be texting me, "What time you want us to drop her off?" Gratitude. The point is that I was finally about to lay down and get some rest right now, and I was just recapping on the day's events and the conversations my daughter and I had, and the actions that we took together. Like we made the cake together. There was 2 of them. We ate the other one. It was so funny too. And she was like, "Oh, may I have a piece of cake?" I was like, "Oh no, honey, they're for the ancestors." Yo, the look on her face, she turned around and looked at me and was like, It's like, I'm just kidding. We're gonna eat one, but one is for an offering. She was like, "Oh, that was a good one." But wow. Long story short, and yeah, you already know I saw that. I see that too. Lilith in the building. Empowered, feminine. The rise of the empowered feminine. It's a 9-year. It's Tiamat energy. It's a 9-year. The Jade Emperor is likes 9s. The Jade Emperor loves oranges and pineapples. So, anyways, there's 9 candles there. It's just so amazing. I posted videos that helped me learn about the Jade Emperor. And I'm grateful. Had the 9 sandalwood incense burning. I did end up stopping at the store for getting some sandalwood incense. And it was funny because when I stopped at the store, the guy said he ain't had no sandalwood. So I'm looking through them anyways. He was like, "Oh, there's baby powder." I'm like, yeah, that's nice. Thank you. I said, I know that's not what I want though. So I'm picking up all the incense and looking at them. Kept looking, and boom, found sandalwood. I said, "Look at God." But yes, I didn't know anything about a Jade Emperor. I'm living in alignment via awareness. It comes into my existence for a reason. I'm taking it in, I'm learning, I'm grateful, and I teach my child. So that's why I posted the 3 videos that I had listened to. One of them I had listened to on the 6th. That one was from the channel, I think it's called Occult College. It's like, oh, I had never seen this channel before. So you already know I'm gonna be tapping in. But I ended up watching a video on the 6th, and I was so grateful to do so. And from there, I was like, oh, I gotta give offerings. What? The Jade Emperor is the ruler of the ninth heaven, and the Jade Emperor's birthday is 9 days after the Lunar New Year. And this is a 9 year, so we 999 across the board. You already know my energy, who I am. I talk about it all the time. 99 in the building. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is why this came into my awareness. And I could have watched this a couple of days ago, but I didn't, or the day before, but I didn't. And I'm so grateful I'm watching this in time. So this is why I spent the day gathering the material. I was at like 4 different stores. I did make it to a temple as well. Yeah, this was insane because it was just so beautiful, such a beautiful day. And then it just became more and more and more beautiful all day. Um, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the most for. I just feel like it was so transformative, Um, just in my approach to life and the information I was learning and how I could move forward with it. So I'm very grateful for that. I was thinking about it when I was laying down to rest finally. And I was getting emotional and let the tears flow. They're gratitude tears. Just I'm grateful to be able to teach my child. That's what I'm the most grateful for, to introduce her to her divinity and to nourish her divinity. That's one of my slogans. And it's interesting because even before she had came over today, I made a list of things that I wanted us to do and talk about and communicate about over this weekend. So I'm like, I got to start doing some things different because I could see the direction things are going. And, she's getting older now, and it's time for me to impart more wisdom on her. Not just talk to her about it, make her a part of it more and more. Like I was like, I want to make sure she sages the house this weekend, which I'm sure she has saged the house before, but it's been a while. Not since living here. You know. But to get her more into practice of these divinatory ways, so she can have these experiences and feel and know. So yes, I had made this list and these plans, and she arrives, and I'm like, yo, are you serious? Because it was like 24, 22 degrees out for the majority of the day. It was less than 30. Okay, there's ice outside. Like, I'm pretty sure the children. Not even. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the other day when I made a video, they had canceled school, so it's cold. It is winter. All right. Why my parents dropped my baby off in a fucking snow boots and a skirt, a jean skirt that goes above her knees, like it's not even weather appropriate. I said, that's what you wore to school today? I didn't even talk about it for like the first 15, 20 minutes. Like, I was like, don't just immediately start talking about this bullshit. Embrace her, welcome her. But of course, eventually we got to that. So I was like, yeah, right on time. We need some different focuses. And I was like, nah, that's definitely not appropriate to wear in this weather. It's not weather appropriate, period. So I'm not sure why the adults allowed you to do that, but this is why you need guidance and assistance, maturity. But I didn't let it get to me emotionally. I did feel like a little like like not drained, but just like what the the madness turned was barely madness. It was more like sadness. 'Cause it was just like SMH, like shaking my head, like yo, like what? But it's okay. She'll be out of their household soon and back with her mother soon. So, anyways, while she is with me, you know, uh, I'm grateful to be able to teach her and to make memories with her and to expose her to different and relevant, healthy aspects of life, and like I've always done. But as the older I get, or the more, not the older I get, the wiser I become, and the more mature and that I become on my journey in life and in parenting, the more I'm able to give to her. So this is what makes me very proud and grateful to be able to do, and that's what I was recapping. I was just a little emotional about that. Happy, grateful, just laying in the bed, crying, gratitude tears. That I could be with my daughter and help her work through her emotions. Because we do that often, communicate, and tears come out, and I encourage her and teach her that it's okay and feel your emotions, and help soothe what she's going through and help her release that, and then we also talk about it, and I can help her have a healthier perspective, um, on the reality. you know yeah, it's a cold world out here, and there's just so much pain. Yes, and it does come from, your mother has given you pain, your father has given you pain, your friends give you pain, the teachers, the strangers, the internet. There's so much pain. And how do you deal with it? Um, so I'm grateful to be able to help her release it, get rid of it, and as well as talk to her about avoiding those things, pain, and people who are hurtful, intentionally, and just explaining things to her and having compassionate um, perspective of it all, and also allowing us to operate in gratitude. Grateful that I teach her those things too. We get mad about little things or feel like we're not good enough in life and all these silly concepts. So teaching her and showing her, these divinity, and you loving yourself, this overall concept, loving yourself, and then you can love others. But so many people don't love themselves, and that's what you're experiencing, then projecting that lack of love onto you. And I'm sorry that they're going through those things, but it's not okay. We can avoid those things as best we can, and even learn to have a healthier perspective that, when it happens, to not let it affect us. They say thicken your skin. Um, you know, So it was great doing this ritual and ceremony and offering to the Jade Emperor today, communicating so many relevant aspects. Oh, snap, I forgot the rice. That's okay. That's all right. I think we did pretty good here. Very grateful. Uh, that's green tea with the jasmine. I couldn't find regular jasmine tea at like 3 different stores I went to. Because the last store I went to was just for the incense. I know I said I went to 4 stores because I did, but at the first 3 though, at first I couldn't find any jasmine tea, but I found green tea with jasmine scent, and I was like, I guess that's what we're gonna have to work with. And then later, I ended up stumbling across a health food store, and I was able to get some jasmine flowers, like the actual jasmine tea. real tea, the real herb, as well as other herbs. I was in there so emotionally like grateful. My eyes kept watering up. I was just walking around in amazement, like I can't believe I forgot there's a health food store here, and wow, it's amazing. And oh, and I can get items here right now. And I was just so grateful um, to just be in that energy of health and healing. I took a picture of it's a Deuteronomy 30:19, I believe, but it's basically showing, a person holding like all vegetables and green stuff and life and blueberries, and the other person, or on the other hand, they had like, you could see meat, you see red stuff, meat. You saw pizza, the pepperoni and cheese. Um, and then there was like a saying in about choosing life or death, and choosing that for you and for your descendants. I'm not sure if you use that word specifically, but that's what it meant. For you and your descendants, you and your offspring, you could choose life and death. So it was the concept of Cain and Abel, and I believe, yes, the scripture was Deuteronomy 30:19. And I was gifted a book, and there's other literature that I picked up, and it's such a beautiful day for me. I'm grateful. Huh? I'm getting emotional right now. You guys know this happens. um, so happy, grateful, teaching my child, being there for her. I just feel like today was extremely transformative for me and for her. Uh, Very happy about that. So, whew. And I was able to teach her things, and I learned things. like, here, how do you put on this video so you can see what I learned? Because I don't remember all the details, or I don't want to say to communicate things wrong. And also, it was just very well put. The concept of ancestors. uh, I shared the video. He said, I think it was called Army of Ancestors, the channel. And I saw Jade Emperor, but I had it in a saved playlist. And I didn't watch it the other day, but I watched it today while I was, preparing dinner. Uh, and I was very grateful for that. So I made sure to share. I wasn't going to share any videos that I had learned about the Jade Emperor with, because I was like, oh, it's kind of late in the game. But I was like, no, I got to post. I got to share. That way people can also learn, Especially when I watched that video, that's what really made me want to share that third one there. But then he mentioned that we all become ancestors, And later, while my child and I, we were eating dinner, we ate our jasmine rice, and we had our beans, nice salad, pita wrap, and we had our jasmine tea. And I asked her, I said, did you know that we all become ancestors? And she was like, well, not if you don't have children, not if you don't have offspring. And I'm like, I'm going to ask you again. So let's think about it a little bit. And I said, because an ancestor, you become an ancestor when you transition, like how Gigi did. And so, I said it like that, and then I asked her again, and she was like, oh, I see what you're saying. I said, right. So it's whether you have children or not, you're still going to become an ancestor. And, so then this led us into the conversation that we always have, PCP, pre-colonial practices. Like in ancient cultures, I said, look at all around the world. Every culture knows that and practice that the veneration for their ancestors, long story short. And in that video, Army of Ancestors, he speaks about the veneration of ancestors and the importance of it, and ancestral cleansing karma. and burning ancestor money, which I have some place in storage. It's okay. I need to go purchase some ancestor money ASAP. That's something I did not think to grab or purchase while I was out on the journey today, but that's okay. We still gave our sincere offer, and with lots of uh, items that the Jade Emperor enjoys, you know, and got creative on a magician style. You know, oh, okay, yellow cake and sweet cake. I'm gonna make a cake and put pineapples in it and cherries. There goes the red and the yellow and the gold. And I used what we had, like this cloth. It's just what I have, so I used it. I remember I was sleeping with this cloth on my bed. I was putting it there on the foot of my bed, to, like, for a aesthetic design when I was living in the shelter, in the homeless shelter. It's just so much in my life that I'm grateful for. And I know my ancestors have been with me every step of the way. And this is something that I am grateful to be able to communicate to other people about, and teach my child, you know. And that this is really a spiritual existence. And, you know, uh, sometimes we get focused on or stuck in the mundane world, and there's so much more to life and living. And once you learn those things and you tap in, it really makes you more grateful. You know, her and I talked about those things while eating, and later in the evening, just sitting together, drinking tea, just relaxing and breathing. And, you know, she's telling me different things from school, or sometimes she might be a little hesitant, or, you know, and then the tears start flowing. And like I said, I just reassure her and comfort her, and let her know it's okay, and like soothe what she's going through, and allow her to release and breathe, and teach her about it. That you know, this is why we don't want to be like that. We don't want to be mean and nasty, and we can protect ourselves from that type of energy and those type of people and situations. And this is also why it's so important to be grateful for everything that we have in life, from our health, just so relevant, you know. Even if, you know, you don't see somebody in a wheelchair that day, you know, people are in wheelchairs, you know, people are blind, you know, people do have breathing difficulties, you know, people are on medications, and really the earth provides everything we need, you know. Creator, source, all that is. We've always been divinely provided for and divinely protected, you know. When you stay in that energy and those vibrations and live your life that way, and you see those results. So besides just having health, we have homes that we live in, but sometimes, it's like I was explaining to her, you know, we act ungrateful, or we get mad about silly things, or sad about silly things, or really we have a home that we live in, and we have love in our home. We're able to be together. We have our health. We eat food every day. Everybody's not living like that. There's so much pain and drama in the world, and you have a choice on who you want to be and how you want to live, and the energy that you want to project in the world, in society, you know, and it creates your reality. Um, I'm looking forward to burning some ancestor money. It's been a long time. I learned about ancestor money back when I had Facebook, so that was like 5-6 years ago. For real. That was forever ago. Um, Hold on, let me put this right like that. There we go. And I'm gonna shuffle these cards while I talk. Um, it's been a long time, but it's time to get deeper in the journey. And I'm grateful. We got work to do out here. um, clearing our bloodline. These are things we can do if we choose to, but there's so many distractions, so many lies. This is what I explained to her while we were eating. Same thing I always talk to her about when we start talking about PCP, pre-colonial practices. I said all throughout the world, every culture knows this. That's why they always gave reverence to their ancestors. They know you're going to be an ancestor. They know that their ancestors are there. I said, think about this culture, this culture, this culture, this culture. So whether you're Nigerian, Chinese, Japanese, Australian, native of America, look at that. You know these cards love to flip out. You know it. And then there's this one too. Ooh wee. It says fortune. It's a 9 of cups. That's what's this is the 9 of cups that's right here. That's the 7 of swords at the bottom of this deck. Yup. Uselessness. All the distractions. 7 of swords. All the deceit. All the politics and the indoctrination, the lies. It's all to take you out of your divinity. You not knowing who you are. And the power that you have and what you could tap into. I talked to her about melanin and the importance of what I said. It's really, so there's one group of people that's going around the world causing war and dramas and colonizing and pulling different people away from what they've always known and been successful in and been fortunate, fortune, 9 of cups, been fortunate in civilizations have been existing for forever and honoring their divinity and going within. But modern day religions will tell you don't trust yourself, don't trust what's within, don't trust what's in this book. So I explain things to her about history and politics and the games and the lies and the fact that even this there are different entities in the world and certain ones that it just literally is going around stripping people of what they know. I said there's obviously is power in it, and your ancestors being there for you. So they'll tell you voodoo's bad, but isn't that how who was defeated? The French. The French were defeated. I don't be knowing. I know just a little bit. I know a little bit about a lot. But basically calling on our ancestors to defeat colonizers, when I was talking to her I was like, yeah, so like all different cultures across the world, Nigerian. I talked to her about the Council of Nicaea, and I couldn't remember. I was like, that's the one where they groups of European countries decided to take ownership of various parts of Africa. So she's asking me different questions, and these conversations we've always had. Like showing her, I said, you know what Olmec is, right? He was like, I think so. I said, showed her the Olmec hat. She's like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. I said, exactly. I know you have. I know we spoke about this many times. I said, you can't tell me that's not you. I said, watch it say Mesoamerica. I said, but we're all over this planet, all over this globe. I said, there was a time when only melanated people lived on this earth and caretakers of it. And they don't want you to know that. I said, and on top of that, we're not even from here. Let's talk about the Dogons. If we could just get really, really deep. Really, really deep. But people want to be focused on, oh, word, that's Kelly on the other side. That's Kelly on the other side. They want to be focused on all the distractions out here. Mother of Wands in the East, Queen of Wands. Play no games with them. Hold on. Because I'm talking about calling the cultures. I said Indian culture, we talk so many cultures across. And I told her that. I told her. I said they blue, black, melanated, all across the world. I said, but now look at Australia. And then she used that word that many people use. Dr. Delbert Blair told us not to use Aboriginal. That's saying not original. We know we are and have been. When you say indigenous. And I explained to her different terms. She was like, "What is an African American?" Don't make sense. That because because it's a lie. It's political. It's made up so that people can be confused. And there's been so much confusion. That's why you go within to know. I've come to learn this. I wouldn't grow up indoctrinated in religion. I was always seeking a connection with God and source, and so I tried. Jehovah's Witness, tried the Christian thing, I tried the Muslim thing. And apparently, I'm esoteric AF, and I'm learning about occultism and being an occultist and rendering results. And this is incredible, and I love it. So, very, very important part of what I'm here to do. I gotta clear my bloodline. When you think about, there's not many people, when they say quote unquote chosen, or people are choose to be esoteric and learn these various truths to be about this life, and that are honoring their ancestors nowadays, especially the younger the generations get, and they're trying to like wipe out culture and connection. But you cannot explain it to us in our DNA is who we are. So today was just so amazing. So amazing. This was the first card that flipped out. What is it? Oh yeah, the Nine of Swords, because of all that cruelty. Well, there goes our double nines. 9-9, you already know who that is. You already know. And I stand against this usefulness of these distractions. It's like, for example, I didn't know the Super Bowl was this weekend. Such a hermit. I did see, I've seen NFL and Super Bowl advertisements, and probably just wasn't paying attention to a date. Maybe I didn't see a date, but my dad sent me a text like, "Oh, instead of picking her up at this time, I want to pick her up at this time because the Super Bowl starts, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." But I'm not paying attention to that. Meanwhile, in the schools, they're talking about it. It's usefulness and distraction everywhere. Ooh, virtue, 3 of Wands is revealing itself as well. Oh, you can't see it because of my hand. But it's what I can see all of a sudden. 3 of Wands, ships coming in. Yeah, but this is why I make videos I feel called to, and I'm grateful to be able to, and communicate about what I'm learning on my journey. Where Kaylee at? Queen of Wands. Passionate about my intuition. Passionate about my position as an XX and my divinity. And I can use my energy to nourish, and teach, and how learning, as women, we're flowers. You have to know what kind of flower you are and how to nourish yourself, and how much flowers are so relevant. They're the herbs, they're the healing. You use flowers that smell good or feel good, like we were doing. We're using rose water, because it's time to do her hair, wash her hair. So we did the pre-poo, the coconut oils, or what you want to use, coconut oil or aloe vera, because we have both. We watch them because I was like, you want a pre-poo? She was like, what is that exactly? I was like, put YouTube on, they can tell you better than I can, but basically it's a healthier way to take care of your hair, and it's going to help you with added moisture. So you're watching some different shorts and stuff, and they were breaking that shit down and explaining it and showing different methods. And then one person was showing, she was doing like the flaxseed gel. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about using flaxseed gel. Somebody did an okra water. She was like, oh, is that okra? I said, yup. My daughter, she only likes okra if it's fried and crunchy. I can see okra soup, okra stew. I like all types of vegetables anyways. It's funny because when she got here, I hadn't even been home for like an hour. I was like, damn, I'm hungry. So I had made a little platter with like broccoli and carrots and baba ganoush. And these chips, these dill pickle chips are, off the charts. I don't care. I like those. They're good. Dill pickle flavor. I remember I first tried it, like, what? Yo, I don't even get any other type of chips now. But I had offered her some, and she was like, yeah, that's nasty. So you hungry? You want to eat? No. And she had got her little prebiotic sodas. Saw them in the stores. Grabbed them, tried them, grabbed some different flavors, and like, oh, my daughter liked these. I was reading the ingredients. I was like, oh, it's actually sparkling water, and that's what's up. We're moving into healthier ways of existing. Gotta get away from that sugar. I'm going to take a picture of that sign too. That was some truth there, and all the issues that are causing all the herbs. They do all the healing. So back to the flowers, which are herbs. They help us relax. They help us heal. They help, because I purchased some wormwood. Parasitic cleanse time. Gotta get rid of the parasites. So I'm just super excited about this life and living good, which I am. I'm very grateful to be able to do so. Confirmation. I think that means the video is about to time out. Let me read to you. Let me read you Kelly, Queen of Wands. Tap in, learn these cultures, learn these various not archetypes, what am I trying to say? Pantheons. Alright, so boom, there's 9 of Cups. Well, it's right here, so I'll read that. 9 of Cups, fortune. It says 42, increase. 8 cups are in order. Nature has been restored, and water is flowing through the rock. Divinatory meanings, fortune, wealth, emotional breakthrough, generosity. Reverse is stinginess and loss. Ooh, so that's the card that flew out, though. No, it's not. Kelly Ma was the one who flew out. Which is, we're going to get to that. Boom. Mother of Cups, no. Wands, boom. Daughter Wands, Mother of Wands. Let's go, Kelly. Mother of Wands in the East. Queen of Wands. Yeah. See how them. Ooh, tongue out. That's power. Yeah. Get dark on them. It says, how can I see? Here we go. Kaylee's main color is black for non-being. Let's go. 9 ether. 666 melanin. She wears a moon crown and has 6 limbs, the number of the lovers. She is copulating with a dead Shiva, her consort. A snake winds around Shiva. Kelly looms up huge in the sky, her feet on the earth. I I see. Divinatory meanings: a wild female energy, dark power, sexual energy. Reverse: Kali-like energy, suppressed. Destructiveness outweighs joy and love. Yeah, everything has to be in balance. There's a concept of her feet being on the earth, but she's also looming in the sky. Oh, the darkness, the wildness, but it's also the lover's energy. Ooh, got the moon crown, which always represents. This is just like how a Thor had. This represents a being illuminated, because that's what the moon does. It illuminates. Mm, mm. And I read that in the Torah. That's how I found that out. That one time that I went to a synagogue. Yes, I went to the synagogue during the Sukkot. How relevant. I just said it, and the rest of y'all wait till Easter. Ooh, we turning up. We turn up every day anyways. Seven of Swords came out the other day in a reading too. And the Nine of Swords came out a different day in a reading. But yeah, there's a lot of uselessness and cruelty in this world. Let's read about virtue, the Three of Wands. Since that is trying to peek out on us. Boom. It says Three of Wands, 50, the Cauldron. Ooh, Cauldron. I see the lovers there. Hey. All right. Three of Wands, virtue. Let's see. 50, the Cauldron. The ruined cathedral's window opens to the sky. The remains suggest humanity's ancient need to give structure to religious feeling. Divinatory meanings: acting in harmony with nature. Purpose, I'm on it. Good fortune, talk that. Reversed: being out of harmony with the situation. Difficulty in finding the point of life or in discovering where it goes. So I like this deck. A lot of these definitions, they get deep, more than just the typical. So, it was on my heart to make a message and make a video. And I knew it was important because I was like, no, you could do it tomorrow when you wake up. And no. And then as I decided I was going to make it, I was procrastinating.